With new buildings going up across Nova Scotia, you might think the crunch on housing is easing, but it remains stubbornly expensive to be a renter in this province. Analysts with a Halifax real estate firm say it's harder to pay rent here than anywhere else in Canada.
Nova Scotia leads in rent pressure. We all know rents have been growing more than income has over the last few quarters.
Rent affordability is one of the variables used to assign scores to each province in a new housing pressure index. A high score means a housing market is under a lot of strain and residents are feeling it.
The index was something that gave a whole picture of the entire market, just not one particular indicator. So you have rent, you have ownership costs, you have a discussion of the supply pressures, and also, a look at demand.
Nova Scotia is worst when it comes to rent pressure, but it doesn't have the highest overall score. The analysis from Turner Drake for the third quarter of 2025 puts Nova Scotia third, behind Ontario and British Columbia. Nova Scotia Housing Minister John White would not do an interview. His department says the findings are of no surprise, and it says that's why it's been working to increase supply. But not everyone thinks that approach will be the silver bullet.
There's been such a focus on supply lately that we really see that the numbers have gone up. We are building more units. There's more units being completed in most of our cities. Definitely in Halifax, we're seeing that increase in completions. But we're still hearing from people that they can't find housing.
Thomas prescribes a greater focus on nonprofit, cooperative, and public housing.
These other provinces that have lower scores, notably Quebec and to some extent Newfoundland, Labrador, Saskatchewan, are places where they have accepted that, the non-market housing has to play a bigger role.
The provincial government is working with some nonprofits, and it has committed to build some additional public housing. Thomas says it could take years before that makes a dent in the affordability problem. Taryn Grant, CBC News, Halifax.